Greetings, my beautiful and blessed brothers and sisters. It's your girl TT coming at you to pour the tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Of course, I'm gonna try not. Little grits. um, I have a question for you, really quick, and I'm gonna try not to hold you really long. Just for a second, if you can give me 5 minutes, not even. I'm gonna try to make this real quick. But my question to you is, do you feel that you have to be perfect to follow God? Is that an issue? Do you feel like you just so deep in sin and that you have done so much that there's just no way He can forgive you? Is that is that a feeling that you get like I'm just so messed up? There is no way that God can bless me or He can do the thing or He can just change my life because I'm just so caught up into my world around me. Is that the way you feel? See, what I have realized, me and my husband, we decided to, I wanted to read the Bible, the whole Bible, front and back, with this new mindset to get my own understanding. And with me reading it, it's like in the beginning, it looks like the falling of man. I mean, in the beginning, when you go back to Adam and Eve, and she was deceived by the enemy, which caused her to eat the forbidden fruit, and from there, sin was upon us, right? Right in a couple of chapters after reading it, and there you go. And I realized um, that the enemy used the same old tricks that he using now. He's been using since existence, since the beginning of the day, since the beginning. It's the same old trick of the tricks of deceivement. It's greed, it's lust, it's pride. It's the same thing that you see now. So I want to tell you a little story. We're going to do a little TT talk real quick because I felt that this story was a little interesting to me. And I've heard of this person, but I didn't get the whole schmeal of what or how important he was or why the story was even shared. So we're gonna do a little tea talk. Y'all see I got my little cup. Let me sip. And it's not tea, it's coffee because I'm tired. I'm tired. You understand? Let me sip. We're gonna do a little tea talk. Okay. Let me get close. All right, so I was interested in a story that uh, I read this week. Um, Young man in the Bible by the name of Jacob. Okay, so let's kind of go back, but not too far back. We'll touch on it. But Jacob, he is the son of Isaac, and Isaac is the son of Abraham, the father of all nations, right? So anyway, Jacob is on this journey, right? And he has to leave because of deceivement. His mother had him deceive his father Isaac, okay, having him to get the blessings of his brother Esau. The blessings for Esau. The mama deceived him, which he gave Jacob the blessings. Okay, so let me wind this up because time is ticking. I see I'm on 4 minutes. Okay, so Jacob. All right, we're gonna call him Jacquees. Okay, so Jacquees is on the way to find his new life. Okay, so he comes upon this flock. We gonna say it was two flocks. We gonna say at the grocery store. Okay, so little Jacob, aka Jacquees, pull up and he see this beautiful girl. Immediately, he's in love with her. Her name is Rachel. Okay, so he goes to her father and her father name is Laban. So he goes to the father and he said, "Hey, she looking mighty good, and I want to marry her." He was all excited about Rachel because she is just so beautiful. Everything is just bing, bang, pow, boom, popping. She only eats fruits and vegetables. She don't eat meat. So, so she got it all intact. And he's in love. Okay, so he goes to her father, Laban. We're going to call him Leroy because he just remind me of a Leroy. Okay, so Jacquees go up to Leroy, excuse me. He goes up to Leroy, and he's like, "I want to marry your daughter." And he said, okay, okay, you want to marry my daughter. And then Jacob was so caught up, Jacquees, so caught up and wanted to be with Rachel. He said that I will work for you for 7 years. Okay, so he did. He worked with him. Leroy was like, okay, okay, you can work for me for 7 years. That's what's up. That's what's up. So he worked for him for 7 years. The 7th year came up and he was like, hey, I'm ready to get with Rachel. He said them 7 years felt like 7 days. Okay, it was nothing for him to work for his love for this beautiful girl named Rachel. Okay, so he went up to Leroy and he was like, hey, I want to get my girl. I'm ready to get my Rachel. He said, okay, it's bride week. And you know what he did? Spirit of deceiving. You know what Leroy did? So it was bride week, and so they had this festival. So a festival, it's a party. So they had this party, and he get them all juiced up. You already know what juiced up. So he gets drunk, obviously, because you gotta put two and two together when you read the Bible. So I read it as it's just different stories, like soap opera stories. That's what I feel like. So anyway, so he goes, he gets some juiced up. He wake up in the morning, and you know what Leroy did? He sent his older daughter, which is Leah, to go lay with him. So back in the day, when you lay with somebody, like you're married. So when Jacob woke up, Jacquees was like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? I told you I wanted to marry Rachel. You know I did them 7 years for Rachel, right? So the father was like, hey, our custom, we don't marry off the baby girl first. You see how he tricked him? He said, we don't marry off the baby girl first. Our custom is to marry off the older girl, right? So he already done laid with her. So now he married to Leah. So he said, I tell you what. Look at Leroy. He's scratching his chest. Leroy like, yeah, I tell you what. Stay with her through bride week. You don't stay with her. You already married to her. You already did your thing, right? And he said, I'll give you Rachel. After bride week, I'll give you Rachel, but you're going to have to work for me for another 6 years. You see that? And he did it. And I just said, man, look, I said, Leroy had him all sucked up in his own little web. And that's what the enemy does, right? So let me make a long story short. So he goes, he works for her and works for him. He served his 6 years. He ended up working for the man for like 20 years, honey. 20 years. Okay. He was blessed because Jacob was able to tend to his flock and take care of his land. So let me tell you this. So he was with Rachel, and Rachel, she was childbearing. She couldn't have no kids. But Leah, on the other hand, she done gave him 6 kids. She kept giving him kids after kids. See, now, what the Bible said about Leah was said that she was weak to the eyes. Now, I don't know if she had weak eyes or she just wasn't all that nice looking. She would probably look on a rough side. She probably worked a lot. She was tired. Okay, so she wasn't all that cute as Rachel. But she was the one that able to bear children. So she gave him 6 boys. He still didn't love her. It's a bunch of mess and then it's all kinds of stuff. So I'm just trying to tell you that the enemy plays the same old tricks. The same old tricks. And what he try to do is get up in your mind and give you an illusion. You ain't even think it really clear and you fall for it. And you get sucked up in years and years and years and years of just confusion and spinning your own web. It's the same old tricks. This Bible is the falling of man and the blessing of man. So you're not going to be perfect. I say all that to say that you're not going to be perfect. We're going to make mistakes. You have no control of the sins that your ancestors have brought upon you. Some of you were born into it. Your parents were on drugs. Your daddy was a pimp and you was born into it. You ain't had no choice. But you do have the choice to make the right decision. You have that choice. So it's the same old tricks, y'all, that he tried to do. He's just trying to deceive you. It's the same old tricks in the Bible days. And this, I'm going to tell you, the Bible is juicy. Okay, it is really juicy. And it's just a lot. I've been learning a lot. And I'm still in Genesis. This is all in Genesis. Okay? I said, dang, Adam and Eve, they have Cain and Abel, and Cain killed Abel. I'm like, how you know? What? This saying, and it ain't getting better. It's the same thing. It ain't saying, it's just exposing itself more. Yeah, that's what it is. It's exposing itself. It's just broad, and it's making us become adapted to what we see. So when we see sin, it's just like, oh, it's nothing. And it don't even bother you. But get your minds right. Dive into your Bibles. Get a relationship and get close. Don't fall for his same old tricks. He been playing the same old tricks since the Bible days, and we still falling for him. Don't let him deceive you, because that's all it is. I love you guys. That's my tip for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't get caught up with Leroy now. God bless you. I love you guys. Continue to pray for me, and I will pray for you. It was just a little story time. I had to tell you that this week because I thought it was interesting. And there's plenty more. Good God Almighty, I'm only in Genesis. God bless you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.